Stretch yourself. Stretch yourself. Stretch yourself.
And hey, everybody, welcome back to the Stretch Yourself podcast. I'm your host, Jared Chandler. This is the podcast where we stretch beyond our comfort zones and we learn a little something along the way. Doing another solo episode this week because, sometimes it's just hard to book a guest, and sometimes it's it's more convenient to do a solo episode because they're not as long, don't have to do as much research, and I can just tell you guys about what's going on. It's been a pretty challenging week, I'd say. Just really busy. Last week we had Pat Truer on the pod. Was able to get that edited and scheduled ahead of time, which felt good, and I got a clip done, which felt good. But in general, pretty long week because although I didn't have any podcasting to do, and not many other obligations, I had booked shows, 6 or 5 nights this week. Tuesday at Jackson 5 Parks, that's in Arvada. Wednesday at Verboten in Loveland. Thursday at 222 Brew in Centennial, Aurora kind of area. And then last night in Sterling, Colorado. So it's just been like I didn't have Stella's, but I booked Stella's and I had a guest host, and I heard the show went well. Chase Tressler, shout out. He was guest hosting and he did a very good job. And it sounds like the show went really well. So I was very happy that I didn't have to worry about that this week. But yeah, what I will say, it's awesome. Like, it's so fun to do all the shows. It's just very tough sometimes. It's just a grind. It's just a constant grind. Like, you got to just wake up. I went to work every day too. So I was doing my day job all the time, all the while. And then you got to pack your bags. You got to prepare your set, kind of think about it. And so very stretchy week for your boy, we'll say. Just from the sheer work capacity of it. Tuesday, going out on a Monday or Tuesday is pretty hard. But I felt good going into the week. I played basketball. I snuck out of work a little early to go play basketball before I went to do my show in Arvada. That show was good. It was an older crowd, more conservative crowd. But they liked me, and I had fun. It was a cool room. It was it's like a restaurant that has a downstairs, main area, and then there's an upstairs area with another bar. And people bought tickets, went up the stairs, had a good time. I was featuring, so I ended up doing 20 minutes. Felt really good on stage. I was in my zone, in my element. And then Wednesday in Verboten, did closer to, I was supposed to do 12. I ended up doing 13 or 14 minutes. But again, just very fun, very cool crowd. It was refreshing. Got to travel up with Corey David. We've been working together a lot lately. And so it was just a good time. Thursday, went to 222 Brew. And I was getting a little worn down. I was feeling a little tired. And there was just a lot of elements that were not ideal for that show. I was assured after the show and after my set, I was reassured that my spot, the opening spot after the host, is the toughest to work, and that the crowd gets more warmed up to you as the show goes on, which makes sense. That's how a lot of shows are. That's why the opening spot is the toughest. The hosting spot and the opening spot are the hardest because they're not warmed up. They don't know what to expect from the show or anything. So I go up and there was just a lot going on. It's in a brewery, so it was very echoey, and there was people who were there for the show in this little section, this off section of the room. But then there was a much bigger section of the room that had a lot of people who were kind of chatting and being loud, and they could kind of tune in and then not decide not to. So that was just kind of a tougher crowd. And there was a table in the front that would just like, it was like there was an older woman with them who was not, the table did not react the entire time. They didn't react. Like I can understand not laughing, okay? But not even like moving your face is tough to to survive with. You know what I'm saying? Like literally the entire show, they were like this. They were just sitting at their table, just watching you. And like occasionally you would get a chuckle out of them. So that was tough to watch. And they didn't really change for almost everybody else. But also that show, I was like, so I've been kind of struggling with my material a little bit, and I've been like just I've been craving new material, and I've been craving a new bit because recently I have a new closer, which took, I don't know, maybe a year or two from the development of my other closer. I had this closer for a while that I was doing, and I would choose to bring it out at certain points, but I didn't always like doing it. And there was another one, and then this new one that I'm working on, I just started doing like in January-ish, So it's like not new, but it's like I've done it enough times now that I'm like enclosed with it that I'm like, okay, I don't want this to be my only. I just hate. I don't know why. Maybe it's my own bias. Like no one's paying that close attention to my set, going like, oh, he always closes with it. That's what a closer is. You always close with it because it's one of your strongest jokes. So I've been closing with that, and I'm just kind of like, I wish I had more, if that makes sense. I just wish I just want something newer-ish, refreshinger-ish. If that makes sense. Sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable here. I'm trying to get comfortable with this mic. Hold on. Pause. But see, even like this, like how do you hear that? How can I hear that right now? You can hear like the bar underneath. Like it's like, is it coming from the cord? Like I don't understand how that sound is coming all the way up in, like I can hear it like I'm right next to it. Ugh. Boy. Anywho. So let me just put it this way, okay? The beginning of my week felt really good on Tuesday, which is probably where the peak of my confidence was. And then slowly I descended until last night, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So yeah, my fourth show of the week last night. It was a road gig in Sterling, Colorado, which is 2 hours away from Denver approximately. So my girlfriend and I drove out there to do the show. I was hosting and emceeing. It's like this newer venue. It's like a hip place, which you wouldn't expect from Sterling because it's like it's a small town. It's out in the middle of nowhere. Everybody there knows each other. They're all blue collar, all very, it's a small town. So like people who have lived there for a while, know each other's families, and they like, how do I say this? They like easy jokes. They don't like stuff that, and it was hard to relate to them, I think, because they saw me walk up and I was like, I was wearing like a nicer shirt, and I thought that they would like that because I was like dressing up for them. And I don't know if it helped me or not. I have no evidence about it, but I was doing like jokes about like therapy and like, looking at my phone for too long and stuff like that. And they just didn't vibe with it as much as I was hoping. Because I've been building my act for the city for the last 3 years, pretty much my entire time I've been doing comedy. Like I've done the road and I've been to different markets. But in my experience, like these really small towns, they do not like, I don't know. They like it to feel loose and fun, and they like it when you make fun of them. They like really cheap jokes, like men and women are different. Am I right? Like they love that shit, and that's just not me, dude. even now I'm just getting uncomfortable thinking about it and talking about it, because it's like I just don't. That's just not what I write jokes about. Like I did the one joke they liked. They liked a few of my jokes, but one of them they liked was this new bit that I'm doing, and it's just like it's just silly and stupid. It's like telling my email over the phone, and it's a new joke which I really like. It just sucks that like new jokes only come like it's like, oh, here's the one I'm working on for a month, and it's new. And I was talking to another comic about this, and they were saying like that they were talking to another comic. So this is passed down through two people, that you do the new stuff is new until it isn't, which is true, but you don't really think about it that way, because it's like, oh, it's new, but then once you do it 10 or 12 times, that's not new anymore. And I don't think jokes have some jokes have a shelf life, I think. I don't think a lot of mine are pretty relevant to me no matter what. But not a ton of my jokes are like topical. Not a ton of my jokes expired, but they need to be done. I need to refresh them and like do them on stage. And sometimes if I'm doing a shorter set, that it's like, well, I don't have a ton of time, so I'm going to do the ones that hit, and I'm going to tell the new jokes that I want to tell. I'm going to try to squeeze them in there. So on Thursday, I took a lot of risks because I was like, whatever, this show's weird anyway, so I'm just going to do some weirder jokes that I don't always do. And then on Friday in Sterling, I was like, no, I'm going to try to bring the heat for this one. And like I started to bomb, and I was like, oh my God, like I can't believe, and like you just got to bomb with grace. Like you got to, or at least I'm trying to, because I've bombed before in like a hosting spot, and you just can't let them know that you're bombing, because there can be silence. You just have to be comfortable with it, and you have to show that you're comfortable. I think I was uncomfortable with the silence, and because I'm used to like if I go up in a feature and I do 20 minutes and already 2 comics have gone up and bit the bullet for me, and like they've sat in the silence a little bit more, because that's what hosting is. A lot of it, like you can't expect to always have a ripping set when you're hosting, because you're just setting the vibe, setting the tone, and making everyone feel comfortable. But so when you go up in the feature spot, then I'm used to ripping. Like I'm used to like getting consistent laughs throughout my set. And when that doesn't happen, then I start to panic a little bit and sweat. But you just got to stay in the pocket. You just got to stick to the script, stick to your jokes. And I did that, and I was able to finish strong on my new closer, which it won't be new for long. And got off stage, and it was fine, but like I could tell they just didn't vibe with me as much as I was hoping they would. So I don't know. Maybe I'll change my appearance a little bit. Maybe I also did like a newer opener that I've been working with that is not as strong as my old opener. That's the other thing. Opening and closing, I'm just like, man, do I have to do? Because I feel like it's constricting at a certain point. Like if I wanted to record my set and post a special, then I wouldn't feel comfortable doing the same material. I want to evolve. I want to find a new hour. I want to find new material. But it's just hard. It's just really hard, because then I'm just not at the level yet where I can not bomb. And everybody bombs. Like, everybody bombs. But it's just hard when it happens. It doesn't take away from the fact that it's difficult. But anyways, that's how I've been stretching myself this week. And then tonight, there's a potential opportunity that I'll get a guest spot at a comedy club tonight. It's a club that I haven't worked at before. I've never gone on stage there. I've been to it before, but I haven't gone on stage. And I'm going to go there tonight, and I'm going to shoot my shot, dude. Just be around. Hopefully I'll get put up. We'll see what happens. That is also outside of my comfort zone, because I really want to do well. And that was the energy I was going into last night. I was like, I really want to do well. And I feel like they could sense that coming off of me, and they can sense that I was nervous, and I wanted to perform. So I'm going to do that tonight, but I'll have a shorter set. So I'll just work on my tape, work on my 5 minutes, my hot 5. So that's what I'm gonna shoot for tonight. But I just I need to find a way to shake off some of this nervous energy. Maybe I'll do some push-ups or something. I don't know. But yeah, dude. I mean, I'm a little nervous. it's gonna be interesting. So I'll keep you guys updated on that for the next one. But yeah, real good week for stretching beyond your comfort zone for your boy. So I hope you guys are doing the same, and I hope you guys are learning and growing with me as well. But I have an exciting thing for us today, an exciting bit. Oh, before we get into this, I want to shout out some cool stuff that I recommend that's out there right now. Two things in particular. One is my good friend Color. He's a rapper and a musician. I think he still lives up in Greeley, but he does a lot of shows down in Denver and stuff. He just dropped his new album, So Be It, I think it's called. And it's on Spotify and all the streaming platforms now. So go check that out. He's a good boy. And he's a friend of the pod. We had him on episode 12. So go check him out. Go support him. And also, Denver's own Adam Caden Holland released his 7th album on the same day, yesterday, on Friday. So go check that out on Spotify or YouTube. It's pretty good. I listened to it on the way home from Sterling, and I really enjoyed it. And I'm just a big fan of his in general. I really want to get him on the pod someday. So if you guys know him, tell him that I want to get him on the pod, and that if you guys have been on the pod before, tell him it's good. So, because I would love to sit down with him and pick his brain and just get to know him better and get to know more about just who he is as a person, what makes him think. Because that's something that I'm interested in with comics and with creatives, is because, especially with comics, because a lot of comics don't like to open up emotionally, and Adam has in his work certainly, but a lot of times, like, comedians are on, they're like always putting up, like, I do it all the time. Like, I'll be hanging out with some comedian that I'm trying to impress, or like in a social setting, and I got the fake Jared on, is how how it's been told to me before. But I don't even like calling it that. It's just like a performative personality that I have, where I'm trying to be a people pleaser and be everyone's friend, and I'm smiling a lot, and I'm like, hey, yeah, cool, yeah. Like, it's just good vibes, that's just all I'm putting out. Because I don't always, like, if I was doing, like, I could do that with this podcast. I could come up here and be like, yeah, like, all right, like, we're doing the pod, hey, everybody, and just hit it with enthusiasm every time. And that's just not always how I'm feeling. But that's why this is a good creative outlet for me, to get to approach this however I'm feeling, which you can't always do in stand-up. Sometimes you got to turn it on and be funny, which is hard sometimes. So I appreciate this podcast and being able to open up, and I appreciate getting to do that with other comedians. So go check those albums out. Those are 2 albums, music and comedy, that I highly recommend. What else can I recommend? I've been reading a little bit, but it's hard. It's really hard to get through books for me for some reason these days. I just don't do it as much as I used to. You just gotta set time aside, and you gotta power through books. But I like to take them a few pages at a time, usually before bed, and I'll pass out and go to bed. Nebbie is exiting the building. Cool. Well, now that we've done that, let's get to our fun segment for the day, which is that I got a new lens for the Lumix, baby. Yes, I am very excited about this. I've been saving up for this. I've had my eye on it for a long time. Normally I record this podcast on the Lumix. Today I'm using the Nikon Z50. Let me check my time real quick. So I got about 7 minutes to do this. Let's unbox this new lens, y'all. I'm so stoked, dude. I'm really praying that this is like my job, like where I order parts for my job, and you never really know if it's gonna work. You hope it does, but you're never too sure. So I haven't even unboxed this yet, so we're gonna unbox it together. Got a lot of good packaging, which I like. Don't stab myself in the face, hopefully. packing slip. This is a Sigma 70 to 200 millimeter lens. It's a f2.8 f-stop, and it's an f/L mount. So the L mount is the one that supports the Lumix S5. Let's check this bitch out. It's all packaged up nice. Oh, Nebbie's back in. Nebbie, here's stuff going on. Here, Nebbie. Got a new box for you, Nebbie. There you go. Check it out, dude. Look at that. Ooh, I'm excited and I'm nervous. Oh, baby. Look at this. It's got a whole book. Dude. Look at this. Whoa. Look at this case. I didn't know it came in a cool case. These are probably the accessories. Oh. Oh, the strap for the case. And it comes with a tiny Allen tool and some pins. I'm just going to restart the video real quick because I don't want it to run out of time. Now we have plenty of time on the video. See, that's why I don't use the Nikon, because it has a 30-minute recording limit. So, all right. So these are probably for the foot of the lens. Holy cow. This thing is boxed up nice. It's got foam and everything. It's huge, dude. Damn. Holy cow. Look at this thing, dude. Look at that. If that doesn't say I'm a professional photographer, then I don't know what will, dude. This is insane. Look at it, dude. That's crazy. That's awesome. It's heavy. Okay, so this is the sunshade, and it's on upside down. Okay, there we go. So let's take the lens cap off. Ooh, doggy. That's nice. Put the sunshade on and it just screws in, it looks like, just wherever. Damn, son, look at that. It's fucking huge. It's a 70 to 200 internal zoom. So that's badass. It's got the removable foot right here for the tripod. Got it on autofocus, perfect. Okay, lots of switches that I don't understand. Turn the click off. 3 millimeters to infinity. I'm not sure what that means. You can remove the foot. I don't know what these buttons do. It's probably some sort of focus lock or something. Holy shit. That's huge. That's what she said. Holy cow. So this is the camera, the Lumix. Oh, hi, Nebbie. You gonna join us today for the unboxing? Yeah, pretty sweet, right? Look at that. Pretty dope as hell, if I do say so myself. So look at the comparison here. So, yes, okay. So this is we use the kit lens, the 20 to 60. I believe the f-stop goes to like a 3.5 maybe, or a 4, something like that. And this one is a 2.8. So we're going to get crystal clear focus, big zoom, big quality. It's going to look sick. So we're going to take this rear cap off. Hold on. First we'll remove this lens. And I'm hoping this rear cap will fit. Yes. So this is Sigma for L mount, which is what we have. So here goes nothing. Holy cow. Watch this. Boom. Clicked into place. Look at that. Look at that, dude. It's fucking huge. This is going to be a game changer for me. Okay, let's turn it on. Let's see how it plays, see how it works. Oh god, I don't have a memory card in. Hold on. Turn it off. So far so good, folks. The lens is on, it fits, so that's a good sign. Let's pop the memory card in. Lumix. I recently had to get 4 new memory cards because I forgot my memory cards before Stella's. So I bought new ones, and so they're all my backups. So I'm going to use the regular Lumix card. That goes in slot number 2 for photos. I'm going to need to get like a hand strap or something, dude, to hold this thing. I'm going to need to put my strap on this. Nebbie, you want to go back to the window so I can take a picture for you? So I can take a picture? All right. Damn, dude. This thing's badass. All right, let's take a picture of the raccoon behind the camera. So far, so good. The lens, hold on. Okay, so we got some manual focus rings. Oh, and I can change the f-stop. It's on auto. So maybe that's how, hey, don't mess with that. Come on, man. So maybe okay, so the big zoom is up top here. Autofocus. It's got good zoom quality. I'm zooming in on my raccoon painting. Damn, dude. So far, so good. It looks good. The quality's good. Nebbie, you want your picture? Okay. Oh, it's really dark. It's really dark because the light is facing the opposite direction. Let's add my handy dandy light here. Is this just riveting content? All right, here we go, Nebbie. Damn, that light is still fucking with it. Oh, there we go. Nebbie. Nebbie. Hey, don't mess with that. Don't mess with my pen. Knock it off. Hey, little stink. Look at me. Look at me, Nebbie. Look at me. Look at me. Nebbie. Nebbie. There we go. There we go. Even at 70 millimeters, this close up. Okay, yeah, just chew on my cord. Okay, so far the autofocus is very good on this. I don't know how I change my f-stop. It's on auto, but maybe I can move it. Oh, it's locked right now. Okay, now I can change it. Let's change it to portrait mode. All the way down to 2.8. Brilliant. Just brilliant. Okay. Hell yeah, dude. I'm pretty impressed. I'm happy with it. It was expensive as fuck. But I saved up for it, and hopefully in 2 weeks when my commission check comes in, I'll be able to pay it off. That's beefy as hell, dude. That makes me look professional as fuck. And I think this is gonna really open up the photography world for me and the video world for me at Stella's, and just show photography. This will be my new setup for photography at gigs, and for video recording at Stella's. So it's going to sit like this on the tripod, and I'm just going to be able to zoom in as close as I want at Stella's and get a really crystal clear video. It's going to look very nice, and I'll continue to use the Nikon for photos at Stella's. Let's set up the rig for it, because I want to see what that looks like, and that might honestly help me. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to take the lens off. It's not gonna fit. Okay. Whew. Damn. Okay, so that's one way. to do it. The other way would be to take off the handle and face it the other way, which might work. Might work just fine. That might help make it easier to hold. There, how about that? It's not bad. Okay, so this is going to be, I could do this for photos. That might help me a lot, actually. But for photos, I'll probably be doing like this kind of thing. Okay. So, got it turned on. Let's add the monitor. So this is what my setup would be for video. Cage, top handle, monitor. Beautiful. Okay. Wrap that somewhere. I don't know what to do with this cord. I haven't really used the monitor too much at all. Okay, so now I need a power bank, and I don't have a thing to hold it. Plug it into a power bank. Bada bing, bada boom. Pow. And normally, like, I would need something to hold this power bank, but my gimbal that I have that I don't know how to use came with like a little holding thing, so I would probably attach that on the side, like right here, and just have it hold it like that. So got that on. Turn it on the monitor. This is cool. Okay. Got live feed. Let's take some more pictures of Nebbie. Oh, that's frequency is fucking with the mic. So for video, I could use this. There's just so much light coming towards me. Nebbie! Need more light on Nebbie. I need like a flashlight or something. Or I just need turn the lights the other direction. But I mean, it looks good. It looks good. If I was video recording, I would just hold it like this and use my other hand like this. But it's coming in really clear, and the f-stop is in autofocus is phenomenal. It looks really good. So that's what it looks like with the monitor. I can zoom in on Tyler the Creator up there. Oh, I can zoom in on the plant. Look at that focus. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it looks really good. Sick, dude. I'm obviously going to need a lot of practice with this, but I'm feeling good about it. And and that's the thing about cameras too, is that like the more when you buy new gear, then you just need to buy other gear too. So I'm going to need I need a side handle. I need something for an external battery for my camera, something to hold this, like there's just other accessories that I need to get. So, but yeah, dude, I'm excited. I'm going to go take this out tonight, and I'm going to shoot some photos with it. And then I'm going to maybe take this outside and do some playing around with the new lens here. And I think this is really going to up my game in the photography world. And I'm really excited to get after it and start using it. So I'll share with you guys some of the results here coming up. And we'll see you guys next time. Stay stretchy.
Stretch yourself. Stretch yourself. Stretch yourself.